Okay, so in level 3 we are seeing endgame topic for the first time today. So I put it as endgames 1, but we will also have one more and one more. So total 3 lectures on endgames during the level 3 class. Okay, so we'll let us start with the different sections. So today we are looking at queen against a pawn, and see, queen obviously is so much powerful that any pawn, unless it is on the 7th rank, which is one step away from queening, queen will be able to very easily win against it, right? So only question comes when it is only one step away from queening, and that is the when all other positions it is very simple, trivial. So we'll not see that. We will see those positions which are so let us look at this position. Okay, so it is black to, I think there is a wrong. This is wrong setup. It should be white. It should be white queen here. It is white to play. Okay, so this is the position. See, it is white has got a queen and a pawn, queen and king, and black has got a pawn alone with a king. But the pawn is one step away from queening. Okay, so any 2 steps away you will be able to very easily win. Now you should know the technique of how to win when it is just one step away. Okay, does anyone know how to do this? You want to tell me the move? It is white to move.
So wouldn't you have to keep checking until like the king goes behind the pawn, and then you get one step closer, and then you can keep doing that until.
Exactly. I think we alluded to it some time back. So I think there are 2 ways you can do it. You can either give a check right now direct, or you can pin the pawn. Okay, so both ways. But let us look at the simpler thing here. So queen comes here, gives a check. So king, let us say, goes to e1. Why does he not go to c1? Because he will block his own pawn. And then white will get one extra move to bring in his king. So that is why the black king will not go in front of the pawn unless it is forced. But now what, white will threaten the pawn. So black king will come in front of, I mean, come near the pawn to protect it. Now white queen will give a check. Now black king is forced to go to the king, which is sorry, king in front of the pawn. Okay. Now at this stage, then now white gets a move. See, now next move the black cannot queen, so white is able to bring in his king one step closer. Okay, after this again black will start by taking the king this side. So now again he's threatening to queen the pawn, right? So what does white do now? Pin the pawn. That's correct. White will pin the pawn against the king. So at this point of time, okay, at this point of time, black will, what will black do? Black will go to a1. Okay,
Yeah, can't black go to b3?
sorry.
Can't black go to b3?
Okay, if you take the pawn, then it's a stalemate, right?
No,
Some,
like instead of going to a1 for black, can't he go to b3?
so where do you want to suggest? Where do you want to suggest?
b3. Can he go to b3, keeping the
No,
port to the
see,
pawn?
if you go to b3, then it's a finish, because then what will do is queen will just block the pawn. Okay. Now the king will not be able to, black king anyway will not be able to do anything. Now white king will come closer and then they will clear the pawn. So that is why black king will not go so much away and not go behind the pawn. It will try to be closer and then attacking. So at this position, the only real move for okay, you can do one thing. Black can actually move king to b1. Okay, so now he's threatening to have the pawn again. Okay, so what does white do now? Actually, I think this position is not what I was showing. I think somebody there is okay. This position is slightly different. Okay, okay. Anyway, it is very interesting. It is like the next position I wanted to show. See, bishop's pawn, with bishop's pawn, you can actually get a draw. Okay, so whatever white does, right? There is a stalemate trick for black, and hence you can get a draw. So now again, white will start by trying to put the king in front of the pawn. So king will come here. Now finally again it's with a check, and black king will finally come in front of the pawn. Now white gets another move. White gets another move. So black king comes here. Now it is very simple. Okay, because the pawn is still pinned. So now it is white king has come near, and now the pawn is going to fall. So this is the technique for winning. Okay, but this now this is the general technique for winning, and it works for all pawns as long as they are not rook pawn or bishop pawn. It works. It works irrespective of where the white king. But in case of bishop pawn and rook pawn, the white king really needs to be close. Okay. So, for example, if the white king is too far away, then against a rook pawn or a bishop pawn, you will not be able to win it. Okay. Uh, any doubts? I think it is. Let me just show it how it is. Okay. So let me, and why I am saying this. Okay. So let us just take the position. See, the white king is very close by. Instead of white king coming here, let me put the king, let us say, at the other end. Okay, again it is black to move right now here. Oh, fine, it is black to move here. And see, if the white king is too far away, you will not be able to win this. Okay, because black, what is the black's defense? Black will try to always try to queen his pawn. That will be his threat. White goes attacking the pawn. Black king comes closer. White queen gives the check, forces the king to go in front of the pawn. Now white has got one extra move, right? Right now the pawn cannot queen. So white will try to bring his king closer. Black will again create a threat of queening the pawn. White has to pin the pawn. Black king will go to b1, again threatening to queen. White queen will give a check. King to a1. White again is giving a check, threatening to take the pawn. Black king is coming in closer to support the pawn. White queen gives a check. Okay, now this is the crunch moment. Okay, normally if it was not a bishop pawn, then black king has no option other than going in front of the pawn. Okay, and then giving one extra move, then again white king will come closer. But in case of a bishop pawn, what happens is black has got this stalemate trick. He will go here. Okay, threatening to queen the pawn, and if white takes the pawn, then it's a stalemate. Okay, so remember this. So if it is a bishop pawn, then there is this trick. Then unless the white king is really close by, then only you can win it. Like
if the king is on a1 and queen blocks it, queen is on b5.
where when
Okay, so it is blocking the king to come
See.
near the pawn. So then we can push our king.
but the
and-
pawn is threatening to queen.
Okay.
That is why. See, all this thing happens only when the pawn is on the 7th rank and it is about to queen. Then you don't have time. Okay, if it is the pawn was anything behind, then you will be able to win it easily. Okay, so remember this technique. So let me go to the handout and see. This is what I have explained. That oops. If the unless the pawn is already unless the pawn is already on the 7th rank, it cannot offer a resistance. But when it is on the 7th rank, there are the special cases. What we saw just now, and to be very, very, so this thing you have to remember. B, D, E, and G files, there is no problem. The side which has the queen will be able to win easily. But in case of A, which is a rook file, H, which is a rook file, C, which is a bishop file, and F, which is a which is also a bishop file, there you cannot win easily, and there is a stalemate trick. Okay, this is the first thing to remember. I have not shown the rook what do you call rook file thing, but you can just check it because it's a corner thing. So again, there is a stalemate trick that is there. So you have to give space for the king to come out, and then because of that, you cannot really force the matter. Okay, that you can check it yourself. But so this is the base starting level for your thing. Okay, so if it is a rook pawn or a bishop pawn, if your king is far away, you cannot win it. Okay, now when we say when can you win it, when do you know whether the king is far away or not? So there are these formulas. Okay, or rather, I mean, experience has taught us that this is the thing. So we are looking at it as, if it is a rook pawn, king has to be next to it, rook pawn has to be on the 7th rank, then only there is a fight, otherwise there is no fight. Okay, now this, okay, what is Ansh is asking, won't the side with just the pawn and the king is far away, can the side with the pawn claim a draw? No, you will not. No, you can claim a draw, Ansh, if the 50 moves are passed, but if your pawn has not moved and no capture has been made, then you can claim it. But it is very easy with this technique that I have shown. You will never require more than 12, 15 moves to checkmate.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so it doesn't last. Only if you don't know the technique, then you are just going around and then it may happen. But that is why I taught you the first technique of how to do it first. Okay, so now comes to we will only look at the bishop files and the rook files now. Okay, so when it is the pawn is on the rook file, king, it is on the 7th rank, king is next to it, threatening to queen the pawn. White has got a king and a queen. So this is the zone I have marked out in this diagram. If you see these lines that are there, right? So when this is the rook pawn, king is here. As long as the white king is inside this perimeter, then white can win it. If the king is outside of this perimeter, then it's a draw. Okay. So now let us look at it. Why it is this? So let us look at this first position. Okay. Why it becomes a draw? I'll show you. It's very, very interesting and very. So I will set up a board and I will clear it. There is the rook pawn, king next to it. White king is here, and let us say white queen can be anywhere, but for that matter, let us see it here. It is white to play. Okay, fine. It is white to play. Okay, so we will start the regular grind. Queen to b4 check first, right? So where will the king go? King will go to c1. We'll try to go to c1 because threatening the pawn. So queen to a3 check. Now white queen is threatening, so king has to come here. Now queen goes here. So what happens when queen goes here? King will actually go into the corner. Now this is a stalemate. So you have to open up and you have to give some space for the king. Otherwise it's a draw, right? It's a draw otherwise. So where can the queen go? Queen will come down, give a check. Okay. King goes to b2. King goes to b2.
Queen d2.
Queen d2. Okay. Queen d2. Queen d2. Then king b1, threatening to queen the pawn, not going in front of the pawn. Okay. Now this is where the crux comes. Now you will think that. So I'll show you. This is so you will think that again white has to go back again checking the king, because otherwise black is going to queen the pawn, right? And then after queening, queen to e1, again a check, king will go to b2. See, this will not help. Queen d1 or e1 check, king will go to b2. Again you come up. You have not made any progress. You are at the same position. King again has gone here. Okay. The trick is I play king to b4. Allow you to queen. Allow you to queen. So black, what he will do? Obviously, he will take a queen. Okay. King to b3. Now you tell me whether it's a draw or a win for white.
Win.
Win for whom?
White.
How?
Wherever the queen
So,
will do,
because
deliver checkmate.
so because now white
So
can
if he,
checkmate.
if he doesn't
Go to
check,
C2.
then then queen can go to b2 and mate. So
Then
otherwise, if
it's
the
no checks.
See, now allowing black to queen the pawn. Now black queen unfortunately does not have a very good way of preventing the checkmate.
The QC2.
You cannot prevent
Wait.
the
It is
checkmate.
black to play. So try to find a draw. See, try to find a draw for black. Black's queen is there. White also has got a queen.
I can't find the draw. White has
Yes,
to
sir.
win.
Yes,
You
sir.
see-
White has to win.
So this is the special win for white, where he wins not by preventing black from queening, but allowing him to queen. But after queen, there is no real thing. Whatever you play, see, black queen has got 14 moves. It can go along the diagonal 7 squares and it can go straight 7 squares. No matter where it goes,
It will be checkmate.
it will be a
On
checkmate.
D1. On D1 or B2.
Because there is a checkmate on D1 also, and then there is
And
a
then
checkmate on
C2.
B2 also.
C2.
So both of them you have to prevent it. There is no way you can prevent it.
There's also a checkmate on C2.
Yes.
No,
sir.
after queen moves, there is no checkmate on C2 because then you will have A1 square vacant. But you are forcing queen wherever it goes. Wherever it goes, it's a checkmate, right? And sorry,
So it's useless having the queen.
it cannot. Even here it cannot sacrifice the own. Queen can wherever it goes. It cannot really check the king also. Okay, and hence the checkmate is inevitable, no matter what it does. Even if it goes here, this is also a checkmate. A lot of checkmates are there. So this is the trick. Now, and
Will
that is why.
Indian
So that is
put
why
this-
this zone is very important. This zone is very important. Okay. So
Sir, what will the engine say for black? To
Sorry?
play once black.
sorry,
What will the engine say?
engine will say this is if white to play, this is a win. You can put
Yeah,
it.
but what will engine suggest for black?
Engine will suggest whatever moves, but finally it is losing only. So it will try to whatever we play similarly, it will suggest. You can put it. You can take it in the engine and put it this position. We'll find it out. But now, okay, now we'll take a very similar position, but it is the bishop's pawn. Okay, now the bishop's pawn, the zone is slightly different. Now there is no other formula to. I mean, there is a formula you have to think in your head and get this pattern. But whatever is this zone, right inside it, if the king is there, then it's a win. Otherwise, it's a draw. This is the bishop pawn.
Sir, we have to memorize the zones.
Sorry.
Do we have to memorize the zones?
Yes,
Or-
this you have to memorize. This you have to memorize only. That is the only way. Otherwise, you can just know the technique and sometimes you'll be able to find it. But if you want to know exactly, right, like any master will know this by heart. So just looking at the position, he will know that whether it is a win or a draw. So it will take some time for you to see the pattern and memorize it. But and the technique how to use it. See, there is a technique here. I showed you how the mate happens. Now let us look at this second position. Okay, and I'll show you where the king is out of the zone. Okay, so now here king is out of the zone, so it is a draw actually. Okay, so let us look at it. Only the pawn is shifting from here to here, and the zone is slightly different. So fine, let us go to the original position and here set up this black pawn. Instead of here, it is here, and it is white to move. Fine, it is white to move. Fine. So this happens to be a draw because the white king is out of the zone. But let us try it out. Okay, let us try it out. So queen to b4 check first. King will go to a1. Queen will come to b3. White king has to support it. This is the check. So at this point of time, black has got this stalemate.
Sir, what if queen d3?
Queen to
D3 pinning the pawn.
okay, queen to d3. Fine. I mean, no, instead of here, you are saying queen to d3. I think fine. King will go to b2. So
What if you pin again on d2?
pin again. Fine. Pin again. But again, king is coming here. So you are not making progress.
Is this a draw?
This is a draw because what will you do? What will white do?
You will have to sacrifice the queen for the pawn.
No, yeah, means it is not called as sacrifice because it will be exchanging the queen when the pawn queens. But that's why let's go back. Let us try to see what is the thing after queen b3 check. That is what white will attempt and ask him, do you want to go in front of the pawn? Because if black king goes in front of the pawn, then it's a win. Immediately it's a win because white gets this move to get in his king. Okay. So black will never want to block his pawn. So at this point of time, king will go to a1 saying that you take my pawn, but if you take it my pawn, then it's a stalemate. Okay. So now at this point of time, there is no opportunity for white to bring in his king, and this is a draw because the king was out of the zone. King was out of the zone. So whatever white does, if he again gives a check, then king is not blocking the pawn, but threatening to queen the pawn. Okay. So whatever happens, so this is a draw. Okay. So this is what we have seen it here. Now, but the same position we will see it by having the slightly different. If we have it, then it becomes a win. So okay, so do you want to check the same position with king inside the zone, or you want to try it out? See, right now the king was just outside the zone. So what happens? Okay, so you want to see this position. So I'll just change this position, set this up. I will just bring the white king inside the zone. Okay. Now it is inside the zone. Can you see this? Because I had shown that this is the zone, this position. Now king is at b5, it is outside of the zone, it's a draw. King at b4, it's a win. King is now on b4. Again, white to play. Let us check it. What is the technique? Technique is to pin the pawn or give the check. Okay, so pin the pawn. So black king will go here.
Sir, can black king go to a1?
Can black king go to a1? Okay, let us see. That's a good question. So let us see. What if he says, okay, you take my pawn and I want to get a stalemate. Okay. King comes to b3.
Oh, okay.
You get a queen. You want to get a queen? Get a queen.
What
But
if
then it's a1.
what
Queen
if
A2
it
is
promotes to
second.
a knight? What if it promotes to
You are all
bishop?
smart students. Okay, so this is the
Queen b2.
sorry.
But then white will checkmate from queen b2.
Not on b2, a2 white thing will checkmate. So first, let me see. Okay,
sir.
so
If he makes it a knight, then white can checkmate from b2. So if he makes it a knight,
no. If
to
you make it
protect-
a knight, then it's a check first to the king. Okay, so you want to see what happens if you promote it to a knight. Okay, fine.
Knight is best.
Now, see, you are doing this, it's okay, but what is going to happen is White king will go to here, and now the knight is finished, or there is a checkmate now. Now there is a forced checkmate. There is no way that knight can prevent the checkmate. Do you see? Wherever you put the knight, it doesn't matter. Because white has got a checkmate on a2 as well as on b2. Wherever, so if the knight moves, then he will checkmate on a2. If the knight doesn't move, then he will checkmate on b2.
You need to have a knight on d3 for both checkmates to be stopped.
No, wait.
What if you promote to a bishop?
You want to promote to a bishop, huh? Okay, where were we? King, sorry. King b1 or king a1? Okay, you wanted to check king a1. King a1, I said king b3. Bishop is very trivial, right? What is bishop is very, very trivial. You want to put it to a bishop.
Checkmate. Then it's a2 checkmate again.
Yes, sir. A2
You
checkmate.
cannot avoid both.
So this is the trick. So let us come back, okay? But this is not the main line. This I just showed you because you wanted to say what if king goes to a1? But normally king will not go to a1. King will go to b1. But we saw already what happens if the king goes to a1. So then white will keep checking and trying to get the king in front. Okay. So when this happens, finally again, what is the crunch situation? Now white cannot give a check. I mean, he can give a check, but he is not going to make any progress further because king will keep moving. But at this point of time, again, white king comes further. Now, if you queen it, then again it's a checkmate, right? If you queen it, then this itself is a checkmate. So, what if you get a knight? Get a knight, it is very easy actually after to get a knight. I will put the king to a3. See, why I put the very quickly without even thinking, the moment I see this knight, now I will put the king to a3. Do you know why? Do you remember how the knight moves? From a dark square, it is attacking white squares. And whenever it moves, it is going to attack a dark square. But it cannot attack a dark square which is 2 squares away from it in diagonal. If you had studied this in level 1. So, but after this, it is very easy to checkmate. Okay. So you saw the things. So there are, see, these things that I was showing you, zone and in zone and out of zone, there is no other way other than memorizing this. Okay. So you just try to find out how to get the pattern. I know there is a technique, but again, there are 2 more positions I have shown you. If the king is in zone, then it's a win. If it is out of zone, here also it is in zone, so it's a win. But if it is out of zone, then it is a draw. So these are all technical aspects. So you have to understand it. Actually, I didn't get time to look at the next thing, so I will have to cover it in the next class, I think. But all of this was just 1/4 of what I wanted to cover in the end game in this class. So then there are these king and pawn endings, which I am going to cover it, or I will try to cover it very quickly. Then rook versus pawn, again, this is an interesting thing. Then blocked pawns, and then we are going to go to racing pawns. So end games are very, very interesting, but you have to get it perfect. And it is possible to get a perfect knowledge. It is never possible to get a perfect knowledge of openings because they are so vast. You can never get it. But end games, it is possible to get a perfect knowledge. And almost all good players will be very good in end games. Okay, you cannot become a master unless you know the end games. You can become a master without knowing openings. Okay, but without end games, it is not possible. Okay, any questions? I will not have time. You can go over this, but I will cover the other games in the next class. But any questions in this? Any doubts about the zone or the not zone? See, all these zones, how they have come up with lot of people have analyzed it, written books about it, and then finally they have, after doing a lot of research, they have come to know that exactly this is the position in which if the king is there, then it is a win. Otherwise, it's a draw. You can try all kinds of permutations and combinations, but yet with precise play, king is in zone, you can win it. no matter how good you are, even if you are a Kasparov, but if the king is outside of the zone and the opposing side is playing properly, he will be able to draw even against Kasparov or against Carlson or whatever, right? So yeah, any questions? There are 3 or 4 positions of how that surprising mate happens even after allowing the opponent pawn to queen. That you need to get it in your head. When you can allow it to queen and still you win it, when it is not. It is not easy. See, it is not easy to win after the other side has also got a queen. So there are very specific positions that you need to know. Any other thing, or we will okay, before closing I will just explain and then maybe I will go. So when we go to the king and pawn end games, right, there's the concept of key squares. Okay, so as long as the pawn is on 4th rank or below, so these are first of all, let us understand these endings. These endings is where one side has got only a king, the other side has got a king and a pawn. So the entire thing is whether you can queen the pawn or not. That is the whole question. If you can queen the pawn, then it's a win. If you cannot queen the pawn, then it's a draw, right? So there is a concept of key squares, and it is very easy to identify what are the key squares. So if the pawn is there 2 rows ahead of him, the square which is 2 rows ahead of him, and the square which is to the left and the right. So those are the squares, key squares. If the king which has the pawn is able to reach those squares, then it's a win, no matter what, no matter where the black king is and how he plays. If the white king is reaching any of these key squares, right, then it's a sure shot win. Okay, I just leave it to that, leave it to you to think about it. We will see it in detail in the next lecture. If black can prevent white, I mean white because there is a pawn is white, but I'm saying if the opponent king can prevent you from reaching any of these key squares, then it's a draw. Okay. How? We will see it. It has got to do with opposition. Okay. It has got to do with opposition and the fact that you have got one reserve move. So that is the whole thing. I'm giving you the answer actually right away. What the best way to defend is by having the opposition, by having the king here in case of, if the white king is on e5, then black will try to put his king on e7 and oppose. And in opposition, whichever side has got the opposition, that is at a stronger side. So here the black has got the opposition, black could have drawn, but why that is there is white has got one extra move. He will move the pawn, and now it is the white gets the opposition. Okay, that's the whole idea. I will talk about it more in detail in the next class. Okay, but all right, so I'm going to stop the recording now.